Hello, I'm Thomas and welcome to Tutorial Tuesdays with Thomas. Hopefully you can hear us. If anybody wants to leave a comment, if the sound is okay. We'll be here 11 a.m. every Tuesday to help you get to grips with new smart home and voice assistant technologies. As a warning, we'll probably be saying Alexa a few times throughout this session, so feel free to mute the microphone on your device if you have one.
So Thomas is here today to help us with our technology. This is Tutorial Tuesdays with Thomas. We'll be here every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, guiding you through different aspects of the smart home and voice assistant technologies. Just as a very quick warning, we may say the word Alexa a few times, and so what you might want to do is mute the microphone if you already have a device, just so that we're not irritating you by setting that off by accident. I am Caroline. You may be joining this session because you are interested in smart home technologies, or you might be worried about the well-being of a loved one. You might be a bit time constrained, so you might be looking at how can I use technology to help me get more organised with shopping lists and to-do lists. You might be thinking about energy efficiency, so you might be wanting to use the technology to enhance your understanding of energy use and being able to control systems more efficiently. So absolutely, smart homes and voice assistants can help you to do all of this and more. But we know it's really daunting for people. There is a huge amount of choice when it comes to the different devices and the brands, and do they interface with each other, and they all maybe have different ways of operating, so you can maybe feel quite overwhelmed and not really know where to get started. So we're here to help you get the best out of your home and do it in a way that is affordable. What we would normally do is we would do this in person, but we can't do that at the moment given the current situation, and we know actually that there's a lot of people out there that would really benefit from our support and advice. So that's why we decided to launch these tutorials. And we've also spent some time updating our website to include some technical guides and some blog posts that will help you get started. Our mission is absolutely to make smart homes accessible to all, and we feel really passionate about that, and that we want it to be open to everyone regardless of their technical ability, their age, their finances, because we know that technologies like this have the power to transform lives, especially for the vulnerable in our society. So our mission, that we're really glad that you could join us with, is creating a world where smart meets kind. And in this first session, what we're going to do is hopefully build your confidence, give you a bit more information about getting started with voice assistants, how you can use the basic functions and commands, but know that we are always here to help you if you do need support. There are loads of ways that you can get in touch with us. The main two are through our Facebook page, Here With Us Today, and also our website, which is just www.tltechsmart.com. So what I'll also say is I'm here to assist Thomas today, and I would love to hear all your questions. I'll be looking at the comments and reading out any questions and things that people maybe need help with. Please chip in if there are any technical issues with our sound or anything like that that goes off, because we are learning as we go along, and we've had a bit of a stress getting ready for today. But we are so happy that you can all join us, and I will hand back to Thomas.
Thank you. Each week we'll cover a different aspect of the smart home, and we'll build on our suite of help guides, focusing on answering your questions and helping you set up and troubleshoot your homes with new smart home technology and voice assistant devices. We'd like these live sessions to be interactive, so please, as Caroline says, add questions and we'll do our best to cover all the queries. If we are not able to cover the details that you need in this session, we can arrange to cover it in a future session, or you can get in touch through our social media or website for further support.
Sorry, I'm busy with messaging. So we're going to go through the Alexa Show device, some of the things that you can do with that. You can use it to do your video calls, play music, listen to the radio, you can get updates, you can use it as a photo frame, a calendar for reminders, an alarm clock. There's so much functionality to this device that we want to be able to help people just get started with it. And then, as we were saying over the weeks, then we can show you more of this functionality.
And the guide we're going to run through today is the same for any of the Alexa Show or Spot devices, the ones with the screens. With a smaller round screen on the Spot, to the 5-inch screen on the Show 5, the 8-inch screen on the Show 8, which I'm going to run through on today, up to the 10-inch screen on the 2nd generation Show. You can use this guide to set up the Show for yourself, or you can use it to assist someone else remotely, perhaps a family member or a neighbour, and you can either complete the initial setup for them before giving them the device, or by talking them through it on the phone. And welcome to anybody that might join us late. Just a reminder again that you can ask questions at any time, and Caroline will help to look at the comments and read them out. And let's get started. Hopefully this works. Thank you. So this is the Echo Show 8 I'm going to show you on today, and this guide is available on our website as well in the help section, but I'll just run through the Word version today. So it's been prepared to help you get started with setting up your device. Obviously what you'll need is wireless internet access where the device is going to be used, and you'll obviously need the device. You can get the Alexa app on a smartphone, tablet, or you can run it on your computer. But with the Show devices, the setup can be done on the device itself. And you will definitely need an Amazon account, which needs an email address and a mobile phone number if you want to enable Alexa communication, which we can have a quick look at the end. The setup of your Echo Show device can be done and be begun during purchase of the device. If you go to the Amazon website, when you search for the device, the Echo Show, in the purchase section on this side, there's some tick boxes. This will be a gift and link to my Amazon account to simplify setup. And this takes the details from your registered Amazon account and applies it to the device before sending it out to you. So if you already have Echo devices in your home, the Wi-Fi address should be, the SSID should be saved on your Amazon account. So you get the device home, plug it in, and it should just work. The difference being, sorry, I've scrolled way down. If you're buying it to give it to someone else, you want to untick the link to my Amazon account, because obviously it'll be for somebody else, unless you can purchase it using their account. If you're purchasing it using your account, you need to untick that box. This is a gift box, as if you're buying it as a present. It gives you the option to put a note, a gift note in with it when it gets delivered. But for this purpose, you just need to unlink the lower tick box if you're setting it up for someone else. If you're setting it up at home, there are three main options on how you can do it. You can buy the device through the other person's account and then walk them through the final setup and connecting it to Wi-Fi. You can configure the Echo Show at your home before sending it to them to complete the final setup and getting logged into their account and connecting to their Wi-Fi. Or you can walk them through the full setup over the phone, which obviously is a little bit more difficult. As I mentioned, you can configure the Echo Show during purchase by using the other person's account details. And if you can log in using their details, make sure the link to my Amazon account Simplify setup box is ticked. And then it just leaves the last bits to run through once they receive the device. The main bit I'll run through today is configuring the Echo Show before sending it to them. So if it's not possible or suitable to purchase the device using their account, then this is the next easiest option. You will need to have the other person's Amazon account details, the Wi-Fi network name and password, and a mobile phone number if you want to enable the communications on the device. You'll need to connect the device to your Wi-Fi for the initial setup before entering the other person's Wi-Fi details at the end. So steps are to obviously remove the device from the packaging, plug it in and wait for it to start. You see I've already plugged mine in here and it's started up. So the first screen you get to is select your language. We'll go with English. And then it comes up and shows you the Wi-Fi networks it's detected. So I'll connect it to mine. I should probably hide my password. And then I'll connect it. And once it's connected, as I say, this guide is available online, so you can go and run through it at your own speed. So once it's connected to the Wi-Fi network, it comes up and asks for your Amazon account information. So again, I'll cover up, put in the person that's going to be using the device's Amazon account information, not your own. Hopefully that'll be it now. So as I say, you put in the person that's going to be using the device's Amazon account. There we go, I've managed to log into mine. Once it's all in, you can read the terms and conditions of use. Click continue. Make sure you've got the time zone is picked up correctly. That comes from the location that's set in the device. Yeah, address is correct. Continue on. You can pick a room that the device is going to be in. So you could say it's going to be in the living room, for example, or you can skip this step and it can be done later. I'll just select living room. Then you give it a name, or you can leave the one that's auto-generated. The name can be quite useful if you have more than one device and you want to do the drop-in function, or to play music on a specific device. Just leave it like that. And then you choose your wallpaper, your decisions, your choices are various types of art and things. You can look through that, it's not important for the setup. And I'll run through the setup and load all your settings come up and give you the chance to get free audiobooks and start a free trial. You can do that if you like. So thanks. And there you go, that's the device set up. To now be able to provide it to give the device to the person you set it up for, the best way is to now put in their Wi-Fi details and get that all set up. Obviously the device won't be able to connect once you do that because it's their Wi-Fi that's in it. But if you put in their Wi-Fi details and then send it to them, they should then be able to take it and plug it in and it immediately connect and just start working. So the way to change the Wi-Fi network is to swipe down from the top, you get this menu, click on the settings, go into network, and then scroll down the screen and click on add a network. And here you would type in the Wi-Fi SSID, so the wireless internet name of the other person. And then after that, you put in the security and the password for the other person's Wi-Fi and click save. And then you won't be able to use it in your house anymore because it's waiting to connect to their Wi-Fi. The only step that you may need to help them with once they receive the device and plug it in is they'll get this screen that says verify account, and they'll need to click continue and then enter the password for their Amazon account. Once they've entered the password for their account, the device should start working in their house. The steps for walking them through the full setup over the phone, it's exactly the same steps, but you need to explain step by step to the other person exactly how to go through it. So rather than being able to do it yourself, you need to explain to someone over the phone, which can be a bit more difficult because you can't see what they're seeing all the time. But you go through exactly the same steps, except for there's no need to change the Wi-Fi at the end. It's already connected to their Wi-Fi network. The final bit in this is to enable Alexa communications. What the Alexa communications means is you can make phone calls or video calls to people in the contacts list on the device just by using voice, by saying Alexa call mum or whatever happens to be in your contact list. You can call message between supported Echo devices. So if you have one of these devices at home and you give it to a friend or family member, they'll be able to video call you or voice call you, or vice versa. You can call them to check in on them and catch up for no cost. But all of the communications setup needs to have a mobile phone registered to the Amazon account. This feature needs to be enabled before any of the calling functions can work. So what you need to do is download the Alexa app on the mobile phone associated with the Amazon account and the device being used for setup to enable communications. You may need to be on the phone with your loved one, get them to sign in to the Alexa app with the Amazon account associated with Echo Show. Select communicate at the bottom of the app. Once you've got signed in, you can see communicate. And then it'll ask you to enter the mobile phone information if it doesn't have it already. And then you grant permissions for calling and messaging. they'll receive a text message with a verification code that they'll need to enter. Or if you're doing it on your phone, you should disable the import the contacts from the contacts menu. If it's on their phone, if they like, they can leave import contacts. It will take all the phone numbers from their contacts list. Or you can leave it or disable it and manually enter only the contacts you want into the Alexa contacts list. And you should consider whether or not you want to enable the drop-in feature, which the drop-in feature allows you to dial in to the Echo device without anyone having to answer it. So if you wanted to check in on a relative, you could ask her to drop in on mum, and it would drop in, and for the first 5 seconds or so the screen is blurry so you can't see, to give the other person a time to hang up or move out the way. But it then allows you to be able to look in and make sure everything's okay and talk to them without them having to answer the device. We have prepared a more detailed device on the video calls and the setup and how to do them, which is available on the website. I think Caroline will put some links in place in the chat for the guides on the website. So hopefully I didn't go through it too quickly. You have to let me know. Hopefully everything's still working, and next time we go through this, hopefully my new microphone and camera will have arrived. There's a bit about the pop-up.
So I think we've gone through that maybe a little bit quickly for some, maybe too slow for others. The great thing is that this video will be available for you to refer back to. We put links to the guides so that you can refer to them and just work through it step by step. If you have any issues at all, then you can come back to us and get some more support. We'll be running obviously the sessions every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, but then we were also thinking that it might be good to maybe run some smaller group sessions, perhaps over Zoom or another video conferencing facility, and we can kind of help tailor things more to your speed of learning. Thomas had mentioned one of the resources that we have. So this is actually really handy. This is a little pop-up that we created. You can give it to a new Alexa user. It sits next to their device. It helps them with some of the basic commands. If they aren't familiar with it, it just really helps to prompt them. So things like add eggs to my shopping list, what day is it, what time is it, what's happening today. So if you've got things within the calendar, then it will read out what's happening, what's the weather going to be like, show me my photos. So that's a really lovely feature. You can add photos into it of loved ones and holidays and nice things. And then the music function, you can also play like your radio stations and things. So you can say an easy command like play Radio 4 or whatever their favourite radio station is. Some other basic commands, things like you can say stop if you want the music to stop or for Alexa to stop talking. Another one which is very similar to that is cancel. So you can use cancel or stop. You can say resume. So if you've maybe asked them to stop, so you've asked Alexa to stop, then you change your mind and you want to restart the music or restart the videos that we're playing or the photos that we're playing, you can say resume. And you can also skip, so you can say next. So if she's playing shuffling songs and she plays a song that you're not so keen on, you can say next and then she'll skip to the next one. It's really easy to turn up and down the volume. You can do that with your voice just by saying turn down or turn up volume. And then this one, other side, is all around making calls, which we're going to cover in much more detail in next week's session. but there's just some really useful prompts there. It's really useful, as I say, for people who aren't familiar with the device, particularly people who may have cognitive issues, so they might have more memory problems. So that's really, really handy. And if anyone would like one of these, then we are more than happy to pop one in the post for you. So just send us a message, either through Facebook, as I say, or go onto the website www.tltechsmart.com and send us an email, or we've also got chat function. So you'll see it down in the bottom right hand corner of our website. There's a little chat box and you can put messages in there to us as well. So yes.
And as Caroline says, please take the time to head over to the TL Tech Smart website and have a look at services, blog articles, these user guides in the help section, and there's also affiliate links in the product links section of the website. So if there's any items there that we've purchased in the past that you see that you might like or would like to purchase, if you can go through our links, it doesn't cost you any extra, but it might help a little bit towards helping us to make these tutorials.
Awesome. So I think we are done. We haven't had a huge amount of questions and things come through. I guess as the weeks go on, we might get more engagement, which will be lovely to see. So what we will do is we will thank you so much for watching. After this video is complete, we will do a little bit of editing. We want to add on proper captions and things just to make it as accessible as possible to people to be able to work along with the content as it's playing, and help if anyone has a hearing impairment, or just in case our sound has not come across so well. So we'll add on the captions, post the video here on Facebook for you. We'll also have a YouTube channel, so we'll post that onto YouTube with a link for people to refer to. And we just really hope that we see you here next week. As I say, we're going to go through how to make video calls, which is a really, really great function, probably the most important function that the show has, that sets it apart from the other Alexa devices that are available.
We really appreciate it if you could give us some feedback on things we've done well or things that we could do better or different. As you say, this is our first session, so we're just trying to learn as we go, and anything that you think we could do better would be very useful.
Yeah, anything you'd like to see more of or less of. And then finally, please subscribe so you can follow us on social media, and please also share this resource with others. So anyone you think might benefit from our videos and resources, just share it as widely as you can.
Is that the main goal that we're trying to achieve is being able to help others, especially people in isolation and vulnerable people in isolation, to be able to use this technology to better communicate and not feel quite so isolated. So the more you can share, the better.
Yes. I think the last thing to say is, in terms of technology, we very much focus on how to integrate things together to get the best out of that technology. And we're actually really excited because we have a project over the summer with a student who's going to be looking at how we can tailor the Alexa show and its functionality even more, particularly for people who are in isolation at the moment. So looking at the different skills and the way that you can interact with the Alexa device to really help people who are in that situation at the moment. So as the weeks go on as well, we'd really like to share with you some updates about what we're doing, because it's quite exciting. We're quite passionate and we want to be able to share what we know as widely as possible. So I think we will now just say goodbye and take care, everyone, until next week. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much, and stay safe. Thank you.